Hello, kindergarten. Today we're going to talk about creating pumpkins. When we get our paper, the very first thing we're going to do is write our name and our color group on the back and then flip it over. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We are not going to be drawing round pumpkins. We are going to start with a big, long oval. We're going to do this because it's going to help us create the ridges in our pumpkin. So we're not going to draw a circle, we're going to draw an oval. That's a really long shape. Then I'm going to come and I'm going to put another oval right up next to it. And another one next to that. Then I'm going to come back to my first oval and I'm going to do two on the other side. This way I'm creating balance and my pumpkin has the same amount of ridges on each side of my original oval. So when I do that, it creates the ridges in my pumpkin and it looks 3D instead of flat. I can add my stem to my pumpkin at the top. That's just a bent rectangle shape. And I've got room on my paper to where I can add one more. So again, that's a big long oval. And then I'll do another oval right up next to it. I don't even have to draw the other side of my oval. I can use the oval I already have to create the side of it. So two on each side of the first big oval I draw. That will give me some very nice three-dimensional looking pumpkins. And don't forget the stem up at the top. Now that I've drawn some pumpkins, I'm going to give them somewhere to sit. I'm going to make a line across my paper. Everything below that line is ground, everything above it is sky. This line is called the horizon line. Whenever I get to my pumpkin, I'm going to stop and skip to the other side. I do not want to draw my magic lines through my pumpkins. So I just skip to the other side, and now my pumpkins are sitting on a surface. There's ground below them, there's sky above them. Now you, being the wonderful artist that you are, can add anything you would like to your pumpkin. You could turn your pumpkin into a nice Halloween pumpkin and give him a jack-o'-lantern face. That is entirely up to you. You are the artist. You decide what you would like to do with your pumpkin. You may use your Sharpie to fill in the face of your pumpkin if you choose to make one. So now I'm going to be taking markers to add color to my pumpkins. With my marker, I'm going to trace around my outlines. I am not going to color in. You can choose whatever color you want. It does not have to be orange. You can be creative and have a purple pumpkin if that's what you want to do. You are the artist. You decide. So I'm just carefully tracing around all of my outlines. I can switch and I can do different colors. I get to decide that as the artist. And when I'm finished, we're going to see what happens when they get wet. Now we're going to take a little bit of water and see what happens when we get our markers wet. So we're going to dip our brush in the water and slowly start to go over our lines. As you can see, the markers will start to bleed and we'll be able to fill in our pumpkins with color. It's very important that we make sure that our brush is going over our marker lines, otherwise we won't get any color on the white spaces. So we're going to get our marker lines really wet and spread it all around. When I finish, I'm going to put my artwork on the drying rack and I'm all done for today. Good job making pumpkins, kindergarten.